Hey guys, it's Rishi here, and in this tutorial video series, I will be showing you how to use the TTube Pro software. Now, in this first video, I will be showing you how to basically use the TTube software to harvest the titles, tags, and thumbnails. So, the first step, which I also discuss in the troubleshooting videos, which is really important, is to right click and run the software as an administrator and not open it directly. So in case if you haven't seen the troubleshooting video, I'm repeating again that you have to right click the software and run it as an administrator, and then you have to enter your license keys. So after you enter your license keys, you will see that the software will load up. So the software is fully loaded. I also wanted to mention that this tutorial video series is applicable both for the TTube Pro as well as the Lite version. The difference being that the Lite version does not support proxies or delays, and also the Lite version has only 1 year free upgrades, while the Pro version has lifetime updates. So in the first video, I will be covering the step-by-step process on how to use the software to basically harvest titles, tags, and thumbnails for one keyword. So first step is always to start a new project. And this step is really important because all the files and folders which you will see later will be saved in your project folder that gets created automatically in your desktop. So let us say that for the sake of the example, we are doing a project related to food. So I'll give a new project name, and I will choose a keyword. So let us say that I want to harvest the titles, tags, and thumbnails for the keyword baking. And all you have to do is click Save Project. So you will see this alert message that your project food has been saved successfully in the TTube projects folder. And as you can see, a folder was automatically created with the keywords as well as the project name. So all the files and folders which I'll show you later will be saved inside your project name. So once you have created the project and added a keyword to it, the next step would be to just start the process. Now I also wanted to show you that suppose you don't enter a keyword and you hit the start button, the software will anyways ask you to add a keyword. The next step is to choose a thread count. So if you don't choose, once again the software is going to give you an alert message because these are mandatory steps. Now the reason for a thread count is that the software is multi-threaded. So if you're going to add multiple keywords which are very different, the software has to work on all the keywords simultaneously. So it's important to choose a thread count, and the number of threads will be related to how many keywords you are adding in this pane. So if you have only one keyword, you can choose one thread count, and I will go over this as I will also show you in the later videos examples of choosing more than one keyword as to how I choose the thread count. So the three steps to recap again: once you have your project name and your keywords and you save the project and a folder was automatically created in your desktop called TTube projects, the next step is to choose a thread count. The number of threads will be related to the number of keywords, and all you have to do is click the start button. So this is like your main controls where you will see a status is being updated, which is the main status for the entire software. So the software's first step, it will gather all the URLs. The software will gather all the top results for the keyword baking. So what are the top 20 videos that are ranking for the keyword baking, and the software will ignore the videos which have ads or channels. So here you can see that first you saw that the software said the total URLs gathered were 20, and then the URLs gathered for harvesting is 18, because two of the videos were either related to advertising or it was a channel. So the software will ignore those videos and it will start collecting the titles and the tags, and you will also be able to see the status in the main control area as to what is the current status of the software. Now at this point of time, at any time, you can click the pause button. So if I just want to pause the process, so as you can see that the process is paused at 17 keywords, and if you want to resume, you can just click resume, and the software will harvest the title and the tags will be harvested immediately. So now the software will harvest all the thumbnails. There are two types of thumbnails that the software will be harvesting. The one is the maximum resolution of the thumbnail. One is the default resolution of the thumbnail. Now sometimes in the maximum resolution of the thumbnails, you will also see some default thumbnails, but the default thumbnails will always be the low resolution thumbnails. But so far we are only seeing the maximum resolution thumbnails, and we don't see any default thumbnails in the maximum thumbnails. Once again, you can pause the process at any point of time. So you can see that the process is paused at 17, and then if you just want to resume, you can hit resume. And I'll be going over these functions in one of the later videos. So once the software has completed the task, it will say that all results as saved as CSV in your project. Now this is an automatic saving, and I'll show you in the next video more about the GUI functions or the saving functions. So the software will first harvest the maximum resolutions, and immediately it will rip all the default default thumbnails as well. Now in the next video, I'll be showing you about the GUI functions and the download images functions. So that's it for this video. As you can see that it is very easy to use the software, and it is multi-threaded and it is very fast.